Hey, welcome to Pillars of Health and Wealth. I'm Marty Mouche. Today we're going to talk a little bit about reading nutritional labels. One of the things I get questions about a lot with a lot of my clients, specifically on how to lose weight, is what's the most important thing to do to lose weight? And everyone thinks it's exercise, and exercise is vitally important, but the old adage that says you are what you eat is very much a real statement. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about how to read nutritional labels, right? So, couple of things we're going to touch base on. Number one, when you are reading the ingredients on a nutritional label, the more ingredients that are listed, the worse that product is going to be for you. Okay, if it's something natural, very simple, you're just not going to have a ton of ingredients. You're not going to have added flavoring, added coloring, added stabilizers, things added so colors don't separate, things like that. So I'll give you an example here. Let's take a bag of Doritos. Right, America's favorite snack. If you were to take a look at the label on the back, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to put this up here pretty close, see if you guys can see it. See that list of ingredients? Now you guys probably cannot read that, but I'm going to read it to you. All right, listen to this. You have corn, vegetable oil, multidextrin, salt, cheddar cheese, whey, monosodium glutamate, buttermilk Romano cheese, whey protein concentrate, onion powder, corn flour, natural and artificial flavor, dextrose, tomato powder, lactose, spices, artificial color, yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40, lactic acid, citric acid, sugar, garlic powder, skim milk, red and green bell pepper powder, disodium inosinate, and disodium guanylate. Then it also says contains milk ingredients, right? Contains milk ingredients. So, long list. And in this one bag is 150 calories, right? So we're going to talk about how we're going to break down all the numbers and the macros here in a little bit. But I just want to give you a comparison here. So you see something like that, and then people love Doritos. I'm guilty. I like them too. And then I freak myself out after reading these labels. Then let's take another snack, right? These are Boulder Canyon kettle chips, right? Potato chips. Potato chips get a very bad rap. Check this out. Let's see if, this is hard to see. Let's see if you guys, can you guys see the ingredients on here? If not, I'll read them. Here's your ingredients. Potatoes, olive oil, sea salt. That's it. So would you rather put in your body potatoes, olive oil, and sea salt, or this list of ingredients, half of which we cannot even pronounce or know what they are? I think that's a no-brainer. But majority of people do not read the labels before they buy. All right, so get in the habit of picking up your food item, reading the label before you actually purchase it. Know what you're putting in your body, okay? So, we're going to take another example here. I'm going to show you guys the label. This is Nature Valley protein bars, right? And you guys, I don't know if you guys can see, get some glare there. Get it up close. All right, so total calories, we have 190, right? 190 calories. And a lot of these, I'm gonna write up here, all right? So we have total calories, 190. So you guys remember I said the more ingredients there are, the less nutritious the product's gonna be for you. All right, so this is Nature Valley protein bars, right? I think everyone's probably tried these once or twice in their lifetime. Real quickly, let me read through this label. We have roasted peanuts, soy protein isolate, chicory root extract, semi-sweet chocolate chips, vegetable oils, sugar, corn syrup, whey protein concentrate, fructose, peanut butter, cocoa, vegetable glycerin, rice starch, soy lecithin, salt, cornstarch, natural flavors, contains peanut, soy, and milk ingredients. Okay, so a pretty long list. There's a couple items in there that that you probably are going to want to avoid. We'll talk about those in a little bit, but let's break down the macros, right? We have total fats, right? Total fats, 12 grams. We have total carbs, 15, and then protein, 10. Okay, so how do we get 190 calories from 12 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein? Well, each gram of fat contains more calories than each gram of carb or each gram of protein, right? So think about this. 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories, okay? You guys can see that. A lot of glare. Hold on. All right. 1 gram of protein and 1 gram of carb each has 4 calories. Okay, so which one provides the most energy with the least amount? Fat, right? You get more energy from fat than you do from carbohydrates, and most people don't think of it that way. But this is why fats keep you full longer, more satiated. It provides more energy and it sustains a little bit longer, and it does not affect your insulin levels, which is a topic for another time. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is how we're going to understand this label. You have fats, and then they give you a whole list of all these other fats. There's saturated fat, trans fat, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, right? If you guys know anything about fats, saturated fat is the fat that is solid in room temperature, right? And that's what develops plaque in your arteries, right? So that all leads to, arterial damage. So we have 12 grams of fat at 9 calories per gram. That's going to give us a total of 108 calories from fat. Right? Then we have 15 grams of carbohydrates times 4 calories per each gram, and that's going to give you a total of 60. And then 10 grams of protein at 4 calories per gram. That's going to give us a total of 40, right? So we have 40 calories for protein, 60 calories for carbs, 108 calories for fats. All right, we add those up. 60 and 40 is 100, and then we have 108, and that gives us a total of 208. But why does that not match? Why does that not match? It's a good question. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at the dietary fiber. All right, dietary fiber. And we're going to talk about something called net carbs. All right, so what is a net carb? A net carb is it's one of the macronutrients that is digestible in the body, right? So what kind of carbohydrates are not digestible? Insoluble fiber, right? So if fiber is insoluble, it means it cannot be digested. It gets passed all the way through. Instead of digesting the carbohydrates into glycogen in your small intestine, it's actually passed all the way through your body and released through the colon, okay? So what we want to do Okay, so why is it that when we calculated our total calories from the grams of fat, protein, and the carbohydrates, we came up with 208, but on the label it reads 190 total calories? All right, definitely not the same thing. 18 calories off, that's a big difference. So where does that come from? Well, the main thing is, if you take a look at the list of, you guys can see that total carbohydrates, right? There's 15 grams of total carbohydrates, but what we're also going to look at is the dietary fiber. 6 grams of dietary fiber, right? So what we're going to do, 15 grams of total carbs and 6 grams of dietary fiber, we're going to subtract those numbers, because 6 grams out of those 15 grams will not be digested, right? Will not be fully absorbed in the small intestine. Okay, so that leaves us with what? 9 grams of carbs, and we're going to call this net carbs. Right? So now if we go back and we think about what did we have originally for fats? 12, we had 108 calories from fats. We have, now we have carbohydrates 9 times, remember how many calories in each gram of carbohydrate? 4, right? 9 times 4, 36. And then we had 10 grams of protein times 4 calories per gram. That gives us a total of 40, right? So carbs, protein, gives us a grand total of 184. A lot closer to 190 than 208. So a lot of these numbers you see on almost every package. I don't know if you guys have ever read it. You notice it, that the calories are a nice even round number. And most of these are estimates, okay? Most of these are estimates. So when calculating your grams of carbohydrates, right, we want to consider the net carbs. How many of these carbs are we actually going to digest, right? Insoluble fiber does not get absorbed, right? It just gets passed through. Call it nature's rake, right? Cleans you out. So little tips on how to look at your calories and your nutritional label. The next time we get together, we're going to talk about some of the ingredients that we're going to look out for that we want to avoid. That'll be part 2 this week. All right, so keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for hanging in there with me. This is Marty Mouche from martymouche.com and Pillars of Health and Wealth. Look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.